Why is there so much bitterness amongst the old men?
I don't know.
Do you want to say anything?
Do I seem bitter? I mean, I don't feel bitter. I had a great time doing the event. I think it's still a good thing. It's a very different thing than when I was involved. As a matter of fact, if you want to see some of the other stuff that helped kick off Burning Man, watch John Alloway's Cacophony movie, which will be out this year. And you'll understand where some of the impetus to do Burning Man came from. I'm not bitter at all. I'm one of the happiest guys, I mean, much happier than I was 20 years ago. My life's great. I'm digging it. It's fun. And I don't go to Burning Man. I'm sorry. I mean, it's a great thing. Have fun out there. Do it. You know, take it wherever you want to take it. Call it something else and do it yourself.
I'm not bitter about anything. It's been difficult, certainly for me at times, because I've often pushed the edge of that authority. They put pressure on me too, frankly. But I'm still here. And Burning Man is the most incredible thing that's happening in my point of view around today. So I'm still here, and I'm here for everybody here to have that experience.
The bitterness comment, I think, goes back to the first thing I said here, which is probably the most blessed attendee of Burning Man is the person who doesn't know or care about any of the stuff discussed on the screen. Yep. It's just a reality of human life that if you've been through an emotionally and labor-intensive experience with something that felt very magical and transforming, and you watch it change, and you get in fights with your friends, and you get in fights with your enemies, and you realize ugly things about people's motives, or what you think are ugly things about people's motives. It adds something that's, I understand, probably a little unpleasant to watch and think about, but it's all real, and it's interesting to me. I thought it made an interesting movie, and if it didn't interest you, I wouldn't yell at you. I would go, that's a very healthy attitude to have about Burning Man, to not want to hear any of that or hear anyone complain, because you know, it's not the most wonderful thing in life, but it's real.
What you really need to look at is perspective here. 1996 was an extremely difficult and hard year for the organizers, because they were very personally involved and enmeshed in everything that was going on. One thing that I realized back then, even before then, is there are those who aren't seeing all of that. For a lot of people, 1996 was an incredible year. So what I've had to try to do is to put myself beyond my individual personality and look at this much broader on a community scale. And that's what's important, and that's why I'm here to try to keep it going.
So the goal of the regionals, and that's really the push of the Burning Man ethos right now, and what Larry is encouraging everybody to do, is to take that which you love the most about Burning Man. And to me, it was a sense of community and finding a family and seeing all of these people from so many different walks of life coming together to create something. Didn't matter what it was. And it really didn't matter. And it could be beautiful and it could be ugly, and we're just going to wreck it. We're just going to burn it, we're going to blow it up, and it doesn't matter. But it's the journey, and we did it all together. And so when this idea came out, and whether it was Larry's or somebody else's, I don't really care, that we should take that idea home with us and do something with it in our own towns, in our own cities, in our own little homes and villages, form these theme camps, these families, these villages, make something and do something with it, that I could latch onto, that I could really love and enjoy. And believe me, I would not want to organize the Burning Man event. I organized DCOM. That awesome sucks at the same time. You guys have all gone to DCOM and you've seen me. I don't get to say hi to anybody, maybe 2 seconds, but I love doing it. And everybody that organizes Burning Man is exactly the same way. The entire event, they don't get to see. And for a whole month or 2 months before, they don't really get to enjoy. They are working their asses off. But they do it because it's this locomotive running out of control that no one will let them stop. I mean, if Burning Man didn't happen this year, would you guys still go out to the desert? If they said, we're not going to do this anymore, would you just show up?
And no porta potties.
what is the future of this? And I'm not going to specify what this is. Where do we see it going from here?
Let me call Larry.
I'll tell you where the future is. No, I don't know where the future is. What I'll say is, what I've tried to do with this film is, no matter how awesome this event, still be critical about it, so that we can move forward, can look at what is going on right now, and of course it's my perspective, but try to present your point of view so that you can make up your mind about what's happening today and maybe help create the future of Burning Man. But what I was really interested in through the history of Burning Man is that raw need to create something, that raw need for people, for individuals to get together and make something happen. And I think there's a lot of criticism today about it becoming too much of a party, of a big party in the desert. I mean, it's a celebration, it happens, it will happen, it will always happen, that's just the way it is. But I believe the organization has the power through its grants to really foster even more creativity and more collaboration all around the States and all around the world through their grants. And I've been arguing, and that's one thing that Bork started with the 2004, it was $250,000 that I was given to the artist. The following year was almost $500,000, which was great to see that a lot more money going there. And no matter how much we love to do everything, and we try to make it just a gift, that money is important to foster, to kickstart that energy. And I would love to see the Burning Man organization to give even more money, to try to suck some of what they're using money for, and put it even more into the art. And I'm not going to say that it's possible, but in 2008, and maybe I'm mistaken, but in 2008 they cut their budget by 20%. Because they foresaw that there might be less people, and so they decided to spend less money. And 20% is a big chunk, and I was kind of wondering why didn't that happen before, to try to, we're talking a lot about that in the US government today, to try to have less spending and try to put even more money into the art. Why not? And maybe there are things that we don't know. Maybe Michael will want to continue with this.